Hey Michael, can you get us an impact going in I think that's 15/16. Let's see if we can.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we're into the cylinder seal. Take the piston off the rod. And,
There it is.
try to get some seals back in this thing.
Yep.
Michael's gonna impact that off. We probably could stick this ball. Yeah, we got this kit here directly from Power Tracs. Tension slowly on it, and then we can put it. Very good. Very good. Here's the piston. Obviously, you want to take note. It's step there. The step goes in.
Let's see that step. You had a
Just
very
here.
fast motion
So-
there. Okay.
You know, try to keep track of what you're doing. That's
Yeah.
all.
Small
Yeah.
O-ring.
Small O-ring on the end of it, which there is a recess in here for it, but we're gonna do that after. We're gonna put that off to the side right now. We're gonna get the gland nut off.
Do it after we put it all back together. And
Right.
Try
We'll
to
put it
test
back
it.
together, then we'll remember. Now we're gonna go after the seals in here, which
Okay.
are really what's leaking out the cylinder to the outside.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab another rag because you can never have enough rags.
Nope.
Michael's gonna grab the pick or whatever. We like these. Everybody should have these.
Mm-hmm.
Got like a Teflon or something packing in here. Just gotta work stuff out. Come here. There we go. Here's one. Rubber.
So forecast for this week, Michael, you thought it was going to be pretty, you get some decent days, or?
Yeah, so far it looks like the whole week's gonna be nice.
That's good.
Friday's supposed to be 65.
Okay.
The whole week's supposed to be in the 50s. 50s, low 60s.
Nice. It's nice because might be able to squeeze in finishing that metal fence fabrication and painting
Yeah, like to
before I go to Florida.
get that job done. Just gonna wash this off here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Not going to Florida as a vacation, for sure. Got some family issues. Not going to go into, but kind of an emergency trip. That's all I'll say at this point.
We got an O-ring on the outside here.
Okay.
Just gonna pluck off of there. We get the rear nozzle on the thing to clean off yuck. Air gun.
I won't talk too much about it, but Kate says now that, she said it a couple of weeks ago now, the weather's getting warm enough again. She's gonna get me going on some stuff.
Oh yeah? Some more projects?
Yeah.
Actually, she told me she wanted you to help her with her well out there by the workshop. There's a well casing out there. And the plumbing's all jerry-rigged on it.
Ah. Well, let's see if I can.
I don't think it's anything hard. It's just, I think, cleaning up the plumbing and stuff. And
Interesting.
we tried using it last week to power wash her truck frame, and it was not working too well.
Might be my first real plumbing job. So she wants me to do some electrical too on the barn, so we'll see how that goes.
All right.
Try to get this.
We're going to throw some seals in that part first, and then we'll throw the seals on the piston itself.
Okay.
Open up this bag. Teflon ring is on the inside here.
Okay.
You gotta kind of squeeze things into the groove here. Okay, that is in.
You haven't done these exact, I know on this thing you haven't done them, but you haven't done this exact cylinder before, right?
No,
This
we did
cylinder
the
type.
other. Michael, what did we do? The other cylinder or the curl? We did the other cylinder. There's 2 lift cylinders.
Okay.
We did the other one. Or no, we replaced that one or did that one?
This one's brand new.
Okay, we had to get a curl cylinder because it was missing off the
Yep.
machine, but we repacked the left cylinder before.
Okay.
Way before we were stars on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, there's not much to this.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a wiper seal. This rubber seal that I'm putting in now has nothing, not much to do with sealing fluid from coming out of the cylinder. That Teflon seal in there is what really is. This is pretty much a wiper to keep the grime on the outside, you know, off the rod, and I'm sure it could help a little bit sealing, but it's not. This isn't the big deal in this thing. Now we're just trying to get it back in the groove here. Nice and seated. We cleaned out. There was a little bit of rust where that wiper goes, but now we got the piston. We got 2 Teflon. This is obviously where the pressure in the cylinder seals. Everybody that's watching, anybody watching this probably knows how all this works, but
I don't know, who never assume.
Sherm knows. He's doesn't talk much about it, but he's actually an aeronautical engineer, whether he wants to believe it or not.
It was.
He was.
I think you should say it only if you're currently actually employed doing it, which
Yeah,
I
but
did for 27 years.
Right, he was. So he has half an idea what's going on here.
You know,
So
I'm not currently a practicing
right,
engineer.
we've got him involved with other things now. More important.
Dirtier
More
things.
important things. Working on farm wall tractors and trucks and welding trailers and
Yeah.
stuff. But
I haven't done enough welding to actually know what I'm doing, to be honest on it.
Years ago was funny because when we first started fooling around with stuff, you know,
Yep,
we just had a Lincoln Tombstone
right.
welder, and Sherm used to run that fine and everything. Then you get away from it for years,
Right.
and then now obviously we have a stick welder in the garage here, big AC Westinghouse box.
Yep.
We got a MIG, I got a stick on the truck, but you get away from it for a while, and then you gotta kind of acclimate yourself. But
And then if you start changing parameters like thicknesses and material, and then you got to, you know, it's
but it's all about time, you know, and
even, yeah.
just doing it. Now now we got this rod here, which is very nice. No damage here. We're going to put this O-ring on that backs up against that piston. And put the nut back on.
Now I'm a cameraman. I used to have to run the video camera occasionally down in West Palm, doing the helicopter test stuff.
Right.
Some of our flights required a lot of video from different perspectives, but it was never a major part of my job.
All right, let me just put the impact gun back on this piston, put it back on the rod here, and we'll whack it a little bit. Good. Now the part. Oh, and if you do this, people,
Remember to put seals in?
Always put the gland nut back on the rod
Okay.
before you put the piston on. See, this
There's always
is
something to remember, I'll tell you.
not a big deal, but it's kind of like putting your fittings on your brake lines before
Yep.
you flare them.
Yeah, and electrical, putting on the shrink tube.
Tubing first. It's one of those deals. Let me go grab some. Michael has the oil here already. Very good. I'm gonna lube up these seals with our certified labs. We run 1540 synthetic blend for hydraulic in this machine, and that's what we're putting on the. Let's see if we can get it on there. Come on, baby. See if we can push this on here. No.
So Michael, I got a bad memory for dates and car ages and stuff, but this the one of the 49 Farmall?
This is a 1950.
50. Okay. And we did a walk around on this because I recognize it.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because you recently got it with the other tractor.
Yeah,
right?
it was a package deal with that
Right.
49C.
Okay, so it came with the 49. All right.
Should be good. We just tapped that.
So we
on.
didn't do a walk around on this. Well, we'll
think
get it.
so.
We'll get it.
It hasn't been in the garage yet.
Okay.
Or anything.
And I don't know what order we'll put videos up, but this appeared in yesterday's videos. You were trying to do a little more on the ignition, but mostly the carburetor.
Yeah, I did a carb kit in it and did some work on the magneto because the timing was a little bit off and
Yeah.
the point gap was about twice as big as it should have been.
And
Trying to work some bugs out of it. It runs good, but it's hard to get started.
it did run nice and smoothly. And later, did you work some more bugs out? Because I wasn't. Well, you might have quit
He
the
was
same time
gone.
we did. But what?
He was gone.
Okay, yeah,
Michael
that's
had
right.
to go help his friend
Yeah,
do something
every-
yesterday.
Days are running together. I can't remember what happens what days. Yeah, so it was coming along though. It was restarting. It never would before, right?
Yeah,
Like twice in a row.
It's getting better. It's still a little bit finicky, but
Yeah.
All right, we're just putting the piston back in now, and it should work its way down. There's a little chamfer on this thing.
Okay.
She's going without much of a fight. Obviously, we need a tight seal for hydraulics to work, so.
That was the whole point of what we're
Exactly. Meeting with resistance, which I guess is good.
doing. Loose seal. We don't want loose seal.
We're gonna try to get the,
It's a fine time to leave me.
yeah. See if we can.
Corny. Gotta be corny.
She's starting. She's good. I'm gonna grab another pair of gloves.
Michael, how does this 50 rate on your favorite scale?
Well, they call these the wire mesh
Right.
grill
Yeah.
style Cubs, which is the first style of Cub
Yeah.
that they came out with. And I kind of like them the most out of all the. They've changed the look of them probably about 4 or 5 times
Yep.
over the course of a long time. They made them from 47 to 79, so of course,
Yeah.
over the course of that time, they're going to change things.
I like these too. Maybe because it's so similar to the one that Grandpa had, and it has that same wire mesh grill. Maybe not exactly the same, but it is a wire
Yeah,
mesh
it's
grill.
similar. It's a little
Yep.
different, but
Yep.
it's similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I already have one identical that's all restored, but
So this.
basically bought it because it's pretty much all original. And
Yep.
it's got about every option you could get back then. And what it is a 1950 model, early 1950, which a lot of collectors like. Get into it in another video.
Right.
That's what
We'll
I
do
want.
that. Yes.
All right. In theory, that is repacked.
Okay.
All the fittings. They have to reseal that one since it came loose.
Michael thinks the lower fitting here is a little loose, so let's take it off, clean it off. 1/8" pipe to dash 4 AN or 3 or something. I'll wire wheel it.
Now, it really doesn't bother me because it's kind of like what people do over the course of owning something, but it does look like they use a different color paint.
Yeah, it's all original paint except for the hood.
Okay.
Because what I'm told, it caught on fire, had an electrical fire.
Okay.
Because a lot of the wiring under the hood's been redone.
Yep.
It still has a lot of the original wiring, but
Yeah.
I think the wiring for the generator lit up and burnt the paint off the hood.
Okay.
So that's why
Yeah.
it's a little bit.
Yep.
The whole top of the hood's actually bare. There's no paint on it.
True.
But I think right here is the original paint.
Yeah.
But like I said, here it's all bare
Yep.
because it burned off.
Yeah. And even the headlight buckets.
Yeah, I think somebody tried to cover it up after
Yeah.
it burned up.
Yep. Yep.
But I don't think it caught fire too bad,
Probably not.
luckily.
Cool tractor.
He told me after I bought it that it caught fire, which is funny. I said, "Oh, thanks for telling me."
Right.
Not that I really cared, but
Yeah. I guess you got a real good package deal on them. But
Yeah.
we don't need to know what the details, but
yeah, I didn't really need it, but
yeah.
couldn't really leave it behind for the price of it.
Yep.
Plus, it came with a snow plow and a dirt plow for the back. So he only wanted $100 for the snow plow and the dirt plow.
Okay.
That's like a $400 or $500 value right there. So
Yep. We got to do the hydraulic unit on that, right?
yeah, it works, but it leaks out of one of the O-ring seals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dripping oil out.
Okay.
But it actually, the unit does work.
Right.
But
Now, do we have to do another hydraulic unit?
there's a couple of them around here that need work.
Yeah, the one with the Henderson. I get confused. I really get confused with all the different ones. But the one with the Henderson system, that was the 49, right?
Yeah, I actually got those hydraulics working
Oh,
off video. I took a brass punch and
Okay.
I smacked the arm
okay.
half a dozen times, and the hydraulics actually freed up on it.
Oh,
and
wow.
I put oil in them and bled
Wow.
the air out and got them working.
What part do you think was frozen?
I think it was mostly just because with the loader on, I don't think anybody ever used the hydraulics.
Right. What-
I just think over time from not using them, I just think maybe some O-rings or something got stuck to the piston.
Okay,
So-
probably a lot got stuck, right? And it all had to.
or not the piston, I should say, but the cylinder rods and
Uh-huh,
stuff. I just think stuff got
Yeah.
stuck together from lack
So-
of activity.
So we won't be taking that hydraulic unit apart. Then.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
I did fill it up with oil. I got to
Okay.
see if it runs into the engine, because then that'll mean the hydraulic pump needs to be rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to monitor that, see if the engine ends up with 2 gallons of oil in it.
Right. Right. Now, yesterday, talking about miscellaneous points, I noticed a lot of white vapor coming out of this thing, but I didn't say anything. Is it? Was that just because we were messing around with the carburetor and the?
I think it was, yeah, I think the carb being a little bit wet, sometimes it'll come out the breather tube
Yeah.
there. And then it raining yesterday and the change in temperature, I think it was a lot of condensation and stuff coming
Okay.
out the muffler.
Okay. Yeah.
The muff pin. It's definitely nothing to
Nothing to worry
concerned
about.
but
That's good.
I just think it was a combination of things.
Yeah. Because the other one, the 49, really had to do with head gasket, right?
Yeah, that was externally and internally leaking.
Yep.
I think there was some oil getting in the coolant. I don't think any coolant getting in the oil, but a little bit of oil in the coolant.
Yeah.
And then externally leaking down the side of the block.
Yep. And we got a video on that. We did the whole head gasket job. I guess it was last week.
Yeah, that was the one where the stud broke off, which
Stud
we haven't
broke.
really seen him break, but of
Right.
course that was a little bit of a.
So far, so good on that job.
Good.
It doesn't smoke anymore now that it has the proper amount of oil in it.
Good.
We
Good.
drained like 2.5 gallons of oil out of it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to hold 5 quarts.
Yep.
The engine doesn't really seem to smoke anymore with the proper oil in it, which is good.
Yeah.
That was a little sloppy. Alright, let me wrap this fitting. I put a new fitting because the other fitting was a little worn on the end and it doesn't really seal on the end, but we have these, so I figured I would replace it. Let's see how it goes. Teflon tape. Hold it in your left hand and wrap it away from you. Or do whatever way you want, as long as when you're putting it on, it tries to run the tape into the threads, not run it off. Pull tight.
So hold it in your left and go that way. That
Yeah,
should work.
that's
Yeah.
what I try to do,
Yeah.
but everybody's got their own.
And you don't have to do what I do, which is constantly rethink it every single time, and then get it wrong. Can't tell you how many times I've wrapped the wrong way. Good to have a system.
I want this when we're done. It's going to point up at the other fitting.
Yeah.
When we're done.
Battery's bubbling.
Percolating. She's getting toasty. I'd probably shut her down, Michael.
It's funny because I know it's low.
Yeah. Might have come up. I don't know what setting you had it on. But
I can hear it sizzling.
yeah, that's getting warm. Probably a good idea to.
It's quiet now. It didn't take long.
All right. I think that's good for Michael. Let's get him reinstalled here. Let's see if his
roll
father
pin.
screwed him up again on. You want a roll pin, Michael?
Yeah, we put one on the other side.
Okay. Roll pins.
Yep. Gas loves the paint.